Welcome back to Hexen, specifically Shadow of Cronos with the Cacowards, entry number 5. Last time a bunch of stuff happened, and now more stuff happens. Isn't that just jubilant? There we go. With all these baddies cleaned up. Cleaning up the rest of them. You may notice that the centaurs really never really get a hit on us. That's because centaurs are not as strong as they first appear. See, a good strategy can make all the difference, as we now cut off without a scratch, whereas last time it took a lot of beatings. If I recall correctly, we are now in center path. Get over here. All we gotta do is push all the buttons, as one would imagine. Aha, you may notice that we are back here. But not exactly. We're actually in a slightly different section of that map. Particularly in the section that contains this. What did we pick up again? I think we picked up the swamp key. Point is, we want to get through this as quickly as possible. It's kind of interesting that we're running low on blue mana, despite that being the more easily acquired mana resource. That's very frustrating. I'll be honest, that's not very fun. But what you gonna do? Aha! 2 birds, 1 stone, but I still fire twice. That's not very good. Well, we cleared that one up just right fast. We won't be worrying about those guys. Now we have the final flame mask, which will allow us to complete this particular level. Correct, there should be nothing but Ettins out here, not to mention the fact that because we have only a couple of weapons, we don't really have to worry too much about swapping. Swapping between weapons is a minor concern for the most part. Oh look, we can use our swamp key to get through this door as well. Ah. Had I known sooner, I probably wouldn't have taken that old detour, but you never know where you go, really. Correct, there should be a couple of crystal vials down here. I guess not. Let's put in the final mask. The sapphire is now mine, which will actually unlock. It's gonna be a tough fight, isn't it? What the, oh no. I like how it mentions it being me who did that. There we go. All taken care of. You might notice that the hammer looks a little bit damaged on the back. It's a really nice sprite they're using for it. That Molotar is going to come in real useful later. And an urn. That'll restore our health to full once we use it. I don't know why, but the 3-punch combo is an incredibly satisfying thing to listen to. Probably because it's a guaranteed kill most of the time. If not all the time, for Ettins. All we have to do is remember where we actually put the bloody sapphire and we'll be ready. That's where I put old Yorick's skull. Might as well select the sapphire ahead of time. I gotta be pretty accurate on where you slap down this puppy. It's pretty nitpicky about it. Now we're in the final level, which as you can imagine is gonna be quite the fight. Beyond this door awaits our final trial. As you can see, it's really loading us up with the resources we need. We're going to be dealing with quite a tough fight, so I'll be employing the Molotar, because we have 2 of them. We can very easily adapt our strategy. I forgot, that guy uses a really frustrating attack. You kind of want to take care of the cleric as fast as you can. Wait, my Molotar can hurt me. Thanks a lot, Molotar. See, we got a lot of enemies to clean up now. And this is probably where I want to use most of my items. Are beginning to run out. If I'm correct, this actually will continue to drop us some resources that are quite worth having. I don't know when this guy is exactly vulnerable or invulnerable, but I think he's invulnerable. He's not guessing. It doesn't seem to have any logic to it, though. I think it's when he's actually casting a spell that he's vulnerable. There we go. Here's a couple of crystal vials back here that we can use to our designs. I wish these projectiles would stop being so aggressive. What is a Crater of Might? Oh, it gives us our mana back. That would have been nice to know ahead of time, but I'm not too familiar with Hexen. However, that's also the end of the game. Or this particular WOD, as they say. So yes. So yes, that is the Shadows of Cronos, which has been quite the charm. It's probably one of another nice one. I think the biggest problem is that Hexen, because of its limited weapon selection and item loadout, doesn't really work as a long game. It really doesn't work once you go beyond a certain point, because you only have so many weapons, there's only so much you can really give the player over time. The items are interesting, and I do think that Hexen really has to survive on its thematic environments, which I think the original game does a good job with. It's somewhat disappointing. Fun fact, apparently Hexen for the 64 was the most common version people played or something. But same with me, I also knew it from the N64, which was an alright port. It was a good time. So yes, let's take a look at the Cacowards page. Next up awaits us Monster Hunter Ltd. Let's take a look. It was a really nice one. It was a nice run through it. We next up got Monster Hunter Limited, which seems like it's going to be a two-parter. I wonder why it's two parts. Interesting. Well, I'll go ahead and play that myself on Vanilla Doom and see if I want to apply a weapons modification or if it's just fine playing on its own, because we haven't done a nice classic Doom in a while, experiencing the basic weapons. So we'll see what we'll see what I do. But until then, this was the Cacowards entry number 5. It's alright. I recommend it.